All right, let's get down to business. You ready? This is what you gotta do. This is what I do. Look for deals. That's where you make the money. Is it easy? Not anymore. Everybody and their grandma's chasing the same deals. So you got a lot of competition now. But you gotta put the time in, and you gotta be better than the next guy. You gotta look at this stuff, and you gotta find some kind of way you can make some money on it. You gotta find something maybe somebody else hasn't seen. Everybody's always wondering, how do I look for deals? You get on your computer and you find them. Find the people that are selling the deals, sign up with them, and then they'll send you the information. Every day I wake up to information and I have to pick and choose the right deal for me. Everybody's got their own parameters. There's one deal I want to go back to and relook at. This deal came in from a broker I've done a lot of business with. It's a single tenant department store. Below replacement value. Hell yeah. Construction prices went through the goddamn roof. You try to build that building today, you'll go broke. They say there's 13 years remaining and no landlord responsibilities. That's what I like. You know why? If I have no responsibilities, I can't be irresponsible. This is something that might fit our portfolio and my 1031. But you gotta say to yourself, department stores, you gotta be careful with department stores. Why? We all know why. Because everybody's buying shit online. So department stores are taking a big hit. Macy's almost went bankrupt. This company had financial trouble. They all had financial troubles. Are they over their financial troubles now? I don't know. You gotta dig into their actual business and see how strong their business is. I Google them. I put the company's name in there and I look at news. Or I'll put the company's name in there and I'll look at financials on them. Or if they filed for BK and I'll try to find out, am I getting a good tenant or am I getting a questionable tenant? I've seen some of the biggest companies fall. Then you're stuck with 100,000 square foot empty space. Have fun with that. You don't hear about the bad in real estate, you only hear about the good all the time. Well, get ready, because this year I think we're going to hear about some bad. I just don't want to be one of them. They claim they're still on the hook for 13 years, but if the company goes BK, that's out the window. The lease goes bye-bye, baby. Leases don't hold up worth shit in a bankruptcy court. This is what we're doing. We're doing homework. We're looking at real estate properties that fit our criteria, and we're going to look for the information here. The real good stuff is they're offering this at a 6.75 cap. What does that mean? That means for every $1 million, you will get $67,500 a year. Simple math. This one, they're asking $7 million. Take the NOI. There you go. There's the NOI. There's the base rent for this term. During this term, from 6/24/19, they have a lease right now. Why did they just say they have 13 more years left on the lease? Maybe they exercise their option. That takes them all the way out to 2036. Right now, they're paying $456,419.25. And in 2 years, roughly, or 2.5 years, they're going to start paying $505,835.55. You'll get an increase of 10.83%. So, do you want to give them $7.3 million for that kind of income every year? Triple net. You pay nothing, you're responsible for nothing? Maybe. Is the company strong enough? Can I count on them for the next 13 years? I can't count on myself being here for the next 13 years. I'm gonna count on a business? While everybody else is planning for Christmas and having parties and buying presents. An hour ago, I got a call about a property for sale. We jumped in the car and we came out to look at it. And right here we got a single department store for sale. Triple net, except I'm responsible for the parking lot, which ain't looking so good. But that's what we're doing today. What are you doing?
Think about the location.
The location I was very familiar with. The location is a lower to middle class, a lot of retiree type people, not a high-end area. But that type of store fit that area. It was a pretty busy street that's growing a lot way down the road. Not exactly where that one was at, but maybe it'll creep down. They do need to spend a few bucks on that parking lot, but can I depend on these people to pay me $500,000 over the course of the next 13 years? You know why? Because let's say I give them $7 million, right? And then for the next 13 years, I'm going to collect $500,000 a year. That's 14 years. If they pay me $500,000 for the next 13 years, that comes out to be almost the same price as the building. So when I drop dead, or in 13 years if I'm still alive, I'll be sitting there, even if they leave, with a building that the rent already paid for it. You can look at it that way if you want. No. Nothing. But be careful, because you got your triple net, then they played a little game. You have your true triple net. This is a true triple net. You get some triple nets out there and they'll try to throw in when you're responsible for the roof and structure. It's still a triple net, but you got to be careful. You got to know your responsibilities when you start getting involved with retail. And if it's a gross lease, you're responsible for everything. Hey, Skinny, where are we at? Here's another deal that caught my eye. Me and Little Ben jumped on a plane and we went and looked at this deal because number one, I know the area is growing. Number two, everybody's trying to find a way to diversify their investments and try to avoid the volatility of the stock market or all the maintenance and haggling of the real estate market. I've said it before, it's all about trying to generate income with appreciating assets. Let me tell you, you can still find deals without doing an assload of legwork. And I'm doing it myself. Guys, don't worry. This isn't a crypto token or an NFT. It's something that 85% of surveyed wealth managers told Deloitte could be a part of a wealth management offering. And just like real estate, it's a real asset, not totally subject to the ups and downs of the market. This is how easy it is to invest with Masterworks. We have Albert Olin, offering price $1,665,000. But you can invest any amount you want. And I'm going to invest in Albert Owen painting. These are SEC qualified investments. In their last 3 exits alone, Masterworks delivered net returns of 13.9%, 17.8%, and 21.5% to their investors. And demand is so high, they're looking to launch new offerings on a weekly basis. About 600,000 people have signed up so far. And with the market still looking shaky, there's a wait list. But my subscribers can get priority access at the link in the description. Number 2, it has a grocery anchor. The best type of retail centers to me are the ones that have a grocery anchor. Because typically, groceries ain't going nowhere. People need to eat. So this one caught my eye because it happened to be what I consider a high-end grocer and in a really good growing neighborhood. We went out there and we took a look at it and we found it was ideal in the typical type of retail centers we like to buy. Anchored grocery and necessity. Chinese food. Get your hair done. Get your nails done. Go to the hearing aid guy. Go to the optometrist. Go to the dentist. Necessities, okay? That's what we like. Okay, it's showing an NOI here of almost $2 million a year. But it doesn't come with a price. So basically, I gotta come up with the price. I gotta write up an LOI in this place. 7 years old for a big shopping center like this is not old. And that's what we're trying to do too. We found out, because we didn't know retail, we just jumped into it. So now we realize, listen, if you buy an old retail center, you better be prepared for future expenses in the roof and the parking lots at least, because they're your responsibility. And you might be able to get reimbursed for some basic expenses of maintenance in the CAM, but major capital improvements depends on the lease. But typically, if it's a big center, you're on the hook for the roof and you're on the hook for that parking lot if it needs major work. Read your lease. Finding out now, we bought some older shopping centers and we're starting to have some issues. Okay, all right, the painting ain't too bad. Paint never costs you that much. Parking lots can get very expensive. If you can't just seal over it and coat it and stripe it, which you might be able to cam out to the tenant if the lease provides, that's not bad. But when you guys start doing asphalt work, that shit ain't cheap, let me tell you. And you guys start replacing roofs. I asked Paulie to give me some bids on some roofs we were starting to have some leaks at. He's handing me bids, $300,000, $500,000. One building will cost $1 million just to put a new roof on it. So now we know. We can't buy these things for the regular cap rate if we have to put $1 million roof on it or $1 million parking lot in it one day in the near future. So now, what I'm thinking of, let me take all these older buildings I got, they're still in good shape, okay, and let's sell them and trade them out for newer assets where I don't have to worry about that. That's what my goal is going to be in 2023. But as far as the bones and the base of the property, I liked it. It was nice. It was a busy street. It was a good neighborhood. It had good stores in it. It was something that was just built 7 years ago, and you should be able to not have to worry about this place the next 20 years. Typically, I think these shopping centers, if they're built in the right location, you got a minimum 25 years on these locations. A lot of them go out to 50. I already wrote an LOI, but now I think my LOI was just a little too low because of all the competition. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. Probably going against about half a dozen minimum real deal buyers. All right, so I gotta come up with the right price at the right terms and try to get the deal. Because this would fit my 1031 perfectly. There's no real value add in this until the leases come up for renewals and increases. But, you know, I'm not just looking for value add. I'm looking at real estate because of the 1031 to be somewhere like a savings account, where at least I'm deferring the taxes and I'm putting the money to work where it's gonna get me a good return. This thing I'm gonna try to buy it in a mid-7 cap, all right? So at least I'll get 7.5% return. With the way interest rates are today, cash on cash, I'd be lucky if that's 9 because rates are so high. That's pretty good, and I defer my taxes because it takes care of a 1031. Makes sense to me. Everybody's got their own situation. You gotta find real estate that fits your life and your portfolio and what you're trying to accomplish. Everybody has their own goals in real estate. These are my goals. What are yours? And if you really wanna know what your goals should be, go to benmal.com/shop, consult with Ben, get me on the phone. Let's talk about your life and what you need to do and what steps you need to take and moves to make to get in the right direction. We're getting ready to close our single biggest acquisition, $46 million. And you don't want to miss it. So you better subscribe. December is a tough month, baby. I had to do 2 company parties, one here in Tampa and one in Fort Lauderdale. So Vincent and Brenda, they threw a company party for all the employees in Fort Lauderdale. It was a lot of fun that night. They hired dancers, we had the Junkaroo band, they had a DJ, they had food for everybody, gifts, and everybody had a great time. You gotta realize, these people come to that building every damn day to work. But one night they get to come there and not work. In fact, have a good time. You need help?
What's that?
You need some help?
Do I look like I need help?
Yeah, look like you need help out of the car.
What I'm gonna help you do is buy another jacket. You haven't worn that jacket out.
Well, I get my money's worth out of stuff.
That's all I get?
Yeah.
What the hell? 20 years in this company and I only get an envelope?
2 drinks, a raffle, and a wristband. Merry Christmas, everybody. We're getting ready to go to an employee Christmas party in Tampa, Florida. And boy, let me tell you, that room looks great. You want to throw a party like this? Come to Holiday Inn. Come take a look, baby.
He just come to me. Why you come to the first fat guy you see and be like, hey, you want appetizers?
Yeah, I got you. Because you've been messing with Happy all night. He finally got you.
Spring rolls, baby. Spring roll cigars. Light them up.
Buy your dad a new jacket. He didn't wear that one to all the events already.
Yeah, come up off your jacket. I'm too buff for it. Oh my God.
It is short. I told you.
Damn, boy, I'm buff. I forgot. Look at this. I can't even.
You and your brother wear the same size. You either too small.
Me and you wear the same size, except yours a little big.
Big and tall male models.
Hey, they're making money now, those big guys. I'm gonna become a male model.
DXL.
Any reason why that's in there?
Yeah, that's water.
Happy.
Oh my God.
Look inside there. Don't say I did it. Left over from breakfast. Happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays! I want a picture. Oh, is it Clearwater Beach? I am the housekeeper.
Hey, Santa's here. I think she's Jewish, that's why. let's keep an eye on this guy. I don't want to see too many of the housekeepers on his lap tonight. Listen, he ain't going to be here very long. He's got to be a rabbi for Hanukkah in about 2 hours.
All right, let's take a picture with Santa.
Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of ya. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa.
Is that a bingo, Polly?
No, my back hurts.
The first thing I want to tell everyone is thank you for my entire family. We really appreciate how hard you work.
Yes, thank you.
It's definitely a very, very hard business to be in. Hotel business is very, very difficult, and that's why I don't work here.
Read the name, Ben.
I can't see.
Oh my God.
From the Clearwater Beach Hotel, we have... Everybody's getting ear pods. This way you can wear the ear pods while you work. You know? I need a pair of ear pods for when my wife is talking. From the 4 Point Sheridan, we have...
I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, number drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for a party that's a no.
Just bought the Kenny about a million options. So it's talking to stop doing agreement. I rock arenas, bringing the peace. I'm bumping that park in the car, pretending I got all the eyes on me.
Subscribe for Christmas. You want to give me a Christmas present? Tell your friends to subscribe. We want to hit 1 million subscribers.
Merry Christmas to all and a Happy New Year. 2023 is the big money year, baby.
So get your money ready, because the deals are coming. In the next episode, we're going to visit my mommy. So subscribe, hit the like button, or watch another video. Adios, amigos.